Calling it a once-in-a-century budget, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman captured the spirit of the times in Rabindranath Tagore's quote, "Faith is the bird that sings when the dawn is dark." Does Budget 2021 inspire such faith? Here's a look at what it entailed. A 137% hike has been made in the health sector allocation. A new scheme, the Atmanirbhar Swasth Bharat Yojana, has been launched with an outlay of 64,180 crore rupees over 6 years for healthcare institutions. The money is being pumped in addition to the National Health Mission. Now, with this, the focus will also be directed at mitigation of new and emerging diseases. Besides this, rupees 35,000 crores have been set aside for COVID vaccination program for 2021 to 22, and further funds, if needed, will be provided. For the labour sector, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that the One Nation, One Ration card will be implemented in all states and union territories. Now, under this, labourers stationed anywhere in the country can access benefits, and his or her family that is living back in the villages can claim the rest of the benefits. This was spurred by the movement of thousands of migrant workers during India's lockdown last year, when these people ran out of money and food in the cities and were short of resources to sustain themselves during the lockdown. Now, a national portal with the information on labourers will also come up for ease of access to government schemes of food and housing, etc. In addition to this, affordable rental housing scheme for migrant workers has also been given a boost. A massive infrastructure push has been made, with money being pumped into roads, highways and railways. Now, with an eye on the coal-bound states of Tamil Nadu and West Bengal, Finance Minister has made big allocations for road and highway infrastructure over there. The proposed budget capital expenditure has gone up by 34% to rupees 5.4 lakh crores for FY22. To finance the government's infrastructure program, now a separate financial institution has been announced to fund these big-ticket investment push. To boost the ailing textile sector, 7 mega textile parks will come up in the next 6 years. Now, no radical reforms were announced for the agricultural sector amid the ongoing farmers' protests. The agriculture credit was increased to rupees 16.5 lakh crore, and an agriculture cess will be levied, the burden of which will be borne by the companies. At least as of now. Now, consumers do not have to pay an additional price as excise duty has been brought down. That's what the government says. So the agricultural cess will be used for agricultural infrastructure development. The Finance Minister announced strategic divestment in 2 public sector companies and financial institutions, including 2 PSU banks and 1 insurance company in the next fiscal year. She also added that the LIC IPO will be brought in FY22. BPCL, Air India, Shipping Corp, Container Corp and other disinvestments will also be completed in 2021 to 22. Now, on the education front, with an emphasis on the National Education Policy 2020, 15,000 schools will be strengthened initially on the NEP framework. The government has also taken few initiatives to maintain the research ecosystem by collaborating with the other countries. So the Finance Minister announced collaboration with Japan for the sharing of technology and knowledge. The government will also collaborate with the United Arab Emirates for skill development. Now, besides this, schools in tribal areas and more scenic schools were announced, and a central university is set to come up in Leh.